We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Giants. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he'll get this to the 32. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Another run for Gibbs here. Powers ahead at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Back to throw, Goff. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here we go. Like 22.
Now it's gone off the bootleg. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go, tonight. DC. We're good. Hey, kill.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Like 20. Maverick. 4 down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Cut. 180.
Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
180.
Here's Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
180.
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And offensively, pure frustration.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Njoku. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now the try here for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Takes it to about the 37. You talk about this Lions defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
Here's Dart. He's in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Giants at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Dart. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Let's go.
Hands it off out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Gibbs straight ahead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 10. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now it's gone. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brian Burns able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go. Nice.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, Dart. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Throwing from the gun here, Dart. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On the jump.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Throwing his Dart. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw his Dart. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw is gone. Incomplete.
Intended for Sam Laporta. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Goff going to move his guys around a bit.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now Dart.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing, dart. That one down the field for Freiermuth.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Looking to throw, dart. He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It's 2nd down and 10.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Gone.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
He's still barreling through. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Lions first down.
Here's Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Here's Dart.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Dart going to look to throw here.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
Throwing his Dart. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions will take over.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now gone. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. Well, he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Off play action. Here's gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Black 20. Hold on. Check. Hey, let's go. Go, Brown.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
2nd down and 4.
70 Lions, go!
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To the air, Dart. And his throw here's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw now, Dart. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Dexter Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Play fake, and here's Dart. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's a gain of 20.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That's complete. It's Neighbors. This now a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Here's Dart. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here's Dart. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
We're good. We're good. BC.
Now a play fake, and it's gone.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
A short one there to Freiermuth. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
27-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Dart.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This 2nd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 65, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To throw, Dart.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing his Dart.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
And it'll run on the inside handoff.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Now 1st and goal. To throw his Dart.
This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From a yard out.
And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, tonight. 120.
Now it's gone. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Here we go. 180.
Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
48-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up.
Super. 180.
Now Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Goff now to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
180.
Back to throw, Goff.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down.
20. 4 down.
Goff now looks to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
To the air again. Goff. Well, that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Lions 14, Giants 7.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Back to throw. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end flyer move.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go, Shaq.
He's back to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Clock under 30 seconds now. Here's 2nd down. Dart looking to throw again. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation. This is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. That's taken in by his big tight end.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
That's another Giants first down. First down.
Throwing, Dart.
And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
Lions 14.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it.